For the royalty! And the royalty decrees I review Legacy Inferno. Here's his box. And here's a box. And here is Inferno. And he is an ant. And also, you know who is toy selling royalty? The Robot Scrapyard. Check them out, buy some stuff from them. I don't know why I'm still surprised that this figure exists. Like a modern version of Inferno. Of Beast Wars Inferno. But here is his ant mode. And, you know, it's good at looking like an ant. Definitely from like the top view, you can barely see the robot hidden underneath. But he is kind of there. Look at all, I love the skin texturing, sort of. Is it skin? But like all over his head. Just different parts of him. It almost matches the red. Huh? The little bit of purple on that part is cool. And you know, he's got six legs. Wanted to call them 6 ants, but all right, size comparison. First off, Blackarachnia, Scorponok, Dinobot, the Spider, Tarantulas, Waspinator, Inferno with Inferno, Cheeky, and of course, the royalty. But also, the royalty. I was unaware that you'd given yourself a new form. And what's funniest about this is this was supposed to be Megatron. Like, even though they already had ideas for this guy, who survived, like, wasn't produced until season 3, they wanted to make Inferno, somebody wanted to make Inferno, like, the new Megatron. Like, Megatron die and come back as Inferno. Although we did get one tiny moment of that with him swapping heads with the royalty. But also, I don't know if this video is out yet, so spoilers. It is a good ant, but let's see how articulate it is. So the mandibles open up quite a lot. Like all the way, you can close. You can move his antenna. Her antenna. Ooh. That is something very interesting because either intentional or not, this is one of the few Transformers characters that switches gender between alt mode and robot mode. Because this is actually a female fire ant turning into a male robot. You have hinges on each of his ant legs and a swivel right here at the back one. And the head can nod up and down. It can agree with whatever the royalty is saying. But that's it. Not a whole heck of a lot of posability on an ant. I don't know what I would have expected. Maybe ball joints at the legs or something. I don't know. More head posability. It can open for the sake of transformation we'll get to. But he can stand up. You can't see, but he can stand up. And that's one thing I've noticed about ever since Kingdom is they've gotten really good at having toys be able to stand up on thin insectoid legs. Like every single, like I'm looking at Black Arachnia, Tarantulas, Waspinator. There are probably others that are actually surprisingly stable on their beast legs. But if you want to weaponize this ant for some reason, you get his accessory, which we'll talk more about in the robot mode because it's a talking point. But there is one port right behind his head. On it, is that his thorax? I don't know ant anatomy, but you can have an ant. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Perfectly shooting fire. Although it is loose in all the ports. That is quite appropriate. And for some reason, there are ports on the sides. Why? He can misfire, I guess. And that's it for the ant mode. So we need to terrorize some stuff. So much stuff. Because I didn't get to do it before. So you can also do that. Makes it look like well, he's shooting fire, I guess. It's a shame you can't do anything with it like that. Anyway, Inferno, terrorize! So we can start by opening the ant head, which does reveal the robot mode head. Hi! Because that's not creepy. But to actually transform him, I'm going to fold out the arm, fold it down, make sure it's straight. The ant arms are folded up as much as they can be. You have one arm. Do the same thing. Fold down. Rotate the ant legs to kind of wherever you want them, but I think they're in the way the least here. We're gonna have to unpeel his shell. Its shell. It pegs into the legs. You're gonna bring this up, rotate. We're gonna also bring this back piece all the way up here and fold down. The shins double hinge to be straight. They also click lock, and you fold out the feet. And put the ant legs wherever you want. I like to keep them here sort of as skirt armor. I'm going to do this now. You rotate that piece down. I'm just going to collapse this to make it easier on myself. And we're going to reopen the ant head, fold it down, take the mandibles, fold them in, and refold. This will become the chest. And it tabs in to that little hook right there on the pelvis. And you can adjust the antenna however you want. And there you have Inferno in his robot mode. That is a very surprisingly easy transformation. Like, it almost feels like a straight callback to the 90s level of simplicity. But, you know, that's kind of all Inferno needs to do, really. Like, sure, I'd like the legs to be tucked away more, to be more show accurate. They have to be all sort of huddled up on his back, but, you know, that's not something you can very easily do without having to go to like a third-party budget. But that is a big but. The arms are new. Let's look at the detail. You do have a Predacon symbol that almost blends into the dark maroon on his arm. His legs are nice and on brand with red, black, and metallic blue. And the head. I already spoiled it, but yes, that head is perfect. And it opens. Because of course it does. That may be the best thing I've ever seen. Pain is my best friend. Allow me to introduce you to him. I might have gotten that quote wrong. But, you know, I keep saying but a lot, but it's a big but, and I cannot lie. It's technically show accurate, although if you have it full splayed out. Unfortunately, these panels are, for some reason, kind of loose, and this one just loves to pop out of its mounting. Yep. It's nice. Apparently, they initially designed this guy with only these 3 panels. I guess, not realizing that wouldn't be show accurate. And fans would complain, which they did. So they had to go back in and delay his release to fit in the 4th panel. Apparently, why he was released in Legacy and not like Kingdom or anything. Oh, and he has light piping. Uh, that don't blind them. Ah, light piping, and also when you open his mouth, don't blind your audience. Mouth piping. That is amazing. Also for gimmicks, this whole piece can spin, and it is supposed to be able to spin relatively freely. However, I'll show you. It unfortunately has a bit of mold flash right there, which I will actually shave off because I just wanted to show it on camera. Can you see? I'll show it again. Can you see? Right there. Come on. Oh, you. You know what? This would be better if I didn't do it on camera. But you know, if I horribly maim myself, it's on camera. There's footage of it. Uh, oh, and this connector can also swivel. Come on, you. It's a little, but it's better. There's some nice metallic detailing. Not metallic paint, but mecha detailing. Let's go into articulation, I guess. Close these, because well, I don't know if I prefer that, but at least it saves on clearance. So his head is on a ball joint and a hinge. Very nice range. And obviously the mouth is the... oh my god. The shoulders are on a universal joint. For some reason, I really don't like the way that looks. Like, the fact that this piece doesn't move looks off to me. It's on a mushroom peg, and the rest of the shoulder itself is on a hinge, but like something about that doesn't look right. Like I feel like the spike should move. It doesn't flow naturally. But you do have a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow. So if you want, yes, he can dab for the colony and for Vangelis. Let's do this. We need a better dab. For the royalty and the good of the colony. And you do have a wrist swivel that's below the ant leg that's also on a swivel. Hips. Let's get the is it the thorax? But I don't know. Get that out of the way. You do have a full waist swivel. Unimpeded. The hips. Nice universal joints. They kind of look like they would be ball joints. But thankfully, no. They're just stylized like that. Go all the way forward and backwards. Outwards all the way. Mushroom pegged thigh swivel. Very nice. Double jointed knee, sort of. You can get a double jointed bend, which is good. And ankle has a tilt and a hinge, mostly for transformation, but I guess you can use it for posability. So, you know, he's got the full package pretty much. Wrist swivel is nice. I can't think of anything to complain about posability-wise. Everything has ample room to move. The mouth, I have to reiterate, again, I feel like I'm redundant, but I feel like I need to keep saying it, is possibly the best piece of posability I've ever seen on a Transformer. Also, it does look like he's giving you the bird. So, you have to talk about this thing for a second. You can put it in his hand if you want to not recreate the weapon he had from the show, because this is not the weapon he had in the show. At least not his handheld weapon. The one he had was like almost looked like a shotgun kind of thing, like a hand cannon where like it fired one shot, like a single barrel. This is more reminiscent of the way he flew around in robot mode. So he would shove that in here, and that was his actual source of propulsion. Because, you know, if you got wasps and pterodactyls and things that can fly, and maximals that can fly, why wouldn't you fly by farting? That's the only way I can describe that. Yes, Snake, by farting. And you can kind of hide it in there if you want. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit in there in beast mode. That would be too nice. We're not allowed to have nice things. Uh, you know, I really like this robot mode. It's solid. It's it feels like it's just an update, but like a good update. And I don't know if the original toy was able to ever do that. So that's one bonus to this toy. So before we wrap up, size comparison. Let's get him out of the way. Scorponok should have been bigger. I can't stand looking at Deluxe Scorponok, especially in robot mode. Dinobot. And he's the only Predacon who looks like he's the wrong size. Black Arachnia. Spider. Oh, and Inferno's gun in the show could actually be used as a flamethrower. He used that quite often. He could also still use the port right there. He's got ports on his feet. Waspinator. Inferno. Meet Inferno. Now, I feel like it's heavily ironic if they still went with the whole G1 characters in new bodies thing to give Inferno, somebody who specifically to put out fires and save lives, a new body that set fires and tried to take lives. The royalty! Yes. The royalty! Yes. And that about does it for Inferno. I really like him. The mouth moving makes me super happy. It's very amusing. And I can understand if the kibble kind of puts you off a bit, but I don't mind it. It doesn't feel like it gets in the way. Like you gotta experience that head at least once. Now, to wrap us up, I'll leave you with my version of a popular old child's song. The Sand goes marching one by one to serve Megatron. The Sand goes marching one by one to serve Megatron. The Sand goes marching one by one. He should have died in season 2. And we all go marching down to the ground to get away from Inferno. Dun, dun, dun. It's also ironic that when he did die in season 3, his body was used to keep a fire going for the proto-humans, or whatever they were called. So, until next time, keep it weird. Bye.